Aloha. Welcome.
Hello.
How do they say welcome in Igbo?
No.
How do they say it in Yoruba?
I don't know. Is it Ekabo? I don't know.
Yeah, Ekabo.
Yeah.
What other language exists? We don't know. But sure, welcome.
Multilingual.
Lingual. Welcome to a town hall difference. We're so excited to hang out with you again today.
We're always excited. Oh my God. You guys already know.
You already know. We look forward to doing this. Same way we know that you look forward to hanging out with us.
Exactly.
Yes. My name is Sarah.
And my name is Sorochi.
And it's time for us to get into the conversation. So we have with us today one of the baddest in the game.
Drum roll.
It's Anita, aka Eco Magnet.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to be here with you.
We're happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So Anita is the COO of PG Records. I wanted to go on now to tell you about them, but I think she should do the honors by telling us the artists that we already know who are signed to PG Records, people that she's in charge of their destiny.
Oh my God.
That's extreme.
Okay. All right. But PG Records is an amazing record label with some very amazing artists. And yes, I will sell my markets. Mm-hmm. We have Gucci, the beautiful lady with purple hair.
She's actually super talented.
Super.
Koblaze, Omizi, Sugar Banner. And then we have a number of artists in development. And you guys should just watch out. Like, there's just so much goodies coming your way, like in recent time. We're about to jump on our anniversary project, 6 years in the game.
Awesome.
And so with that, you should be, we'll show you what we're cooking.
Okay.
We'll show you what we're cooking. But yeah.
But becoming COO, big deal. Like, what was going on with you before becoming COO of a label?
Okay, so I think I was consulting for a number of record labels, companies, artists, and just doing my thing. I was also very enthusiastic about talent management, and so I was just working on that because I had taken a 1-year break from the industry. And then I came back and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to consult for a while and work with a number of amazing creatives. And I was consulting for PG, as well. And then, the opportunity for literally, and I keep telling people this and nobody believes me, but literally, I didn't apply for the role. Oh. I was a consultant. And then January, my chairman calls me for a meeting with some of the artists and he announces the role.
Basically, you got it based on your workings.
Yeah.
No be church. No church.
It was your workings.
So he was like, I'm not even having a conversation with you. You are COO now. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. No problem. Oh. But that's how we got it. But before that, basically consulting. Before then, I was heavily into project management, heavily into events, heavily into talent management as well. This would be my 12th year in the game.
Wow. 12 years ago, I don't think that this industry was as exciting as it is now.
Deal.
It was full of headaches. So I came into this industry as a blogger first of all. So mine was just because I have fun with developing websites. So I just developed a blog and I was just ranting up and down. And I had met some very interesting guys. There were a group of guys in Landmark University that were also running their blogs. So just go back and forth, partner between that time and now. We had curated a fashion show, done. So it was just really exciting. And I was like, beyond ranting, we can actually do more. I moved into Lagos, got a job with Rocks Nation. Shout out to Tim Godfrey, by the way. Got a job with him, with content strategy, media, all of that. Worked in the gospel space for a bit, then transitioned into as what gospel people will call it, secular space, because I spoilt.
She said you have full chest, but she spoiled.
I spoiled. So I spoiled. Okay, but I transformed into the main industry and then started working with interesting acts like Crayon, Dija, Nosa, Praise. We've also done projects with Tiwa, Rema, and a number of them, till dates. I think I've worked with about 18 creatives so far.
Wow.
Before my position.
But you're not mentioning the name that blew my mind off air. Say it.
Okay, so I consulted with Lauryn Hill's team.
Period.
For her tour at the time, especially when she was about to do a Pan-African leg. So we handled that conversation as well.
Big deal.
Okay, so I want to ask, as a woman in this industry,
yes,
what does it feel like being in such position, like handling all of these tasks and doing what needs to be done?
It feels stressful, I'm not going to lie, especially when you are in a space where just because you are a woman, people think they can afford to talk to you anyhow. And people think that you would negotiate less because you are a woman.
Yeah, because like, what are you doing with money?
With money, people think that you would accept less. People think that you will accept distasteful jokes.
Yeah.
It's a bit stressful. And you also, sometimes you have to manage your conversations because you don't want to also trigger this person that is bringing the block to the table, So it's stressful, it's draining.
Yeah.
And all. The industry is nothing like when I started in it. Absolutely, like
is it
it's
better
so
or is it
different.
worse?
Like we have a lot more women, so it's 10 times better now.
Yeah.
There is no office you go into that you don't find a bunch of women.
Awesome.
At the time, there were a lot more guys, in the business spaces where there was a time where if you looked at the top managers in the country that were female, they were all tomboys.
Actually, yes. Two are coming to mind now, but I won't say the name.
Yes, they were all tomboys. It's for a reason. Because even if you were not a tomboy and you were like a babe and just all of those things, there are certain things that you might not be able to achieve without getting constantly harassed at the time again. Or I remember there was a crazy story. There was a meeting I went to with one of my senior guys. Now, I went with a proposal. Then I was like, ridiculously, I didn't care about touching up. You should see my throwback pictures. It's horrible. I hope nobody finds it. But I didn't care about touching up, all of those things. Big t-shirts and shorts and sneakers were always my thing. Pack my hair and I'm out on the road, right? And so went for a meeting, and there were a bunch of guys that were at the meeting. Now I came in with my proposal, and this lady in her heels came in with her proposal as well. Like, she was dressed to the nines. Like, me myself, that kind of thing where you go for an interview with somebody and like, hey, blood of Jesus.
Like, what am I doing?
What have I done?
Am I going to get this deal or not?
Do I stand a chance?
She came in, and just by mere virtue of the fact that I was one of my top mentors was seated in that circle, and we're just having a meeting, I happened to stay longer beyond us presenting, right? So this lady comes, she presents, she goes. My presentation is more informal because I have somebody that is there that is a friend.
Already know, yes.
And all this product. And it was very interesting for me that people were actually talking about sleeping with her than actually talking about the work.
After she had left.
And it's not like she's not good at her job.
At her job. It wasn't that. It was, so that singular incident, pushed me to be a bit more masculine with regards to my dealings with people. So as opposed to, hey, how are you, to be, how far, my guy, how you there? So with that, your mindset
they will treat you like their guy.
And even with that, you will still get harassed.
Wow.
Yeah, and you will still get,
I feel like, unfortunately, this is something that women have to deal with everywhere. Well, it's not just
it's not
in
the music space.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And if you are now going to be, there are certain places you can't work in and be so touched up, and then they look at you and, you're able to be touched up and you speak. For example, if a guy that owns a company comes and says, women are, no be woman, I get your type for house, all those kind of things. And you as a lady, you're like, no, you don't speak to women like that. Automatically, you are known as somebody that is bossy.
Yes.
For demanding
to be respected
and
because
treated
who
like
are
an
you to have
equal.
an opinion?
Yes, for demanding for someone to be decent.
Yeah.
So one of the key things which helped me, which I feel like a lot more ladies need to understand and be able to do, was to make friends with key people that were guys and have mentors that were guys as well that kind of like protected me from some things. I'm not saying that I didn't experience shege, I did.
Yeah.
But it could have been a lot more if I didn't have,
This
People on your
mentor,
side.
this network of people that I could always run to and cry and be like, boss, I can even mention their names. You have people like Godwin Tom, who has been an amazing person.
Aw,
I've known him for
shout outs to
over
him.
8 years, amazing. Someone like Rabbi, Mr. Bada. Mr. Bada is the country manager for Paramount Africa, consistently looking for opportunities to help women.
Paramount is MTV.
MTV,
Yeah,
yes.
MTV.
And I've known him for over 9 years now, and he's been simply outstanding. Rabbi, there are a number of top executives that, being able to have these key relationships and them allowing me to have access to them and learn with them. And, sometimes I'll go to play, I'm like, see, I know GTO, just a better mind. You're like, Rabbi will call you, so just to protect myself.
People are now a lot more careful
people
with
are a
you.
lot more careful, but it took years to build that. And there was also a lot of craziness, that you still have to deal with.
Yeah.
But my thing with women is, don't just shout on Twitter. Don't just, if you're experiencing a problem, right? Rant, yes, it's okay. But ensure that after ranting, you're actually looking for ways to solve that problem.
Yeah, like walk the talk.
Walk the talk. Find more women and work with more women in the industry.
Yeah.
Find more people. Guys are not your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
They are not. They're still solid people that don't believe in the bullshit
Yeah.
that a lot of these guys do.
100%.
So ensure that you have made friends with a number of them that can also help, in protecting you, solving whatever problem it is that you have, and all of that. But you can't isolate yourself, complain about a problem, not do anything to solve that problem in your own little space and expect that the narrative is going to change. It's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible,
But do you think that in the industry, a lot, like, the women in there have each other's back? That deep sigh.
I would say yes and no. I'll say yes in the sense that, it's better now.
Okay.
It's better in the sense that you have Women Day events, you have all of these things happening, But my only thing with all of these things happening is, it shouldn't just be for optics that, your organization is an inclusive organization. You should be able to walk the talk.
Yeah.
You hear a story of a lady being abused. If you are a woman that hears the story and you happen to vet it and it is true, you should be part of the people that ensure that justice is carried out.
Yeah.
You don't isolate yourself thinking that it's not going to touch you. To touch everybody. So that's where my own problem comes in, because with more, I don't really care if you come into a company, you're after your own personal interest. No. It's in your personal interest that the women in your space are protected.
True.
Because whatever disease comes to that, a lady that is on the other table will still touch you. It will touch you. So it is in your interest that you work as a team, and things like harassment reduce, things like distasteful jokes reduce, things like distasteful conversations. You don't have to, I'm pushing for this person to be promoted. No, but you have to ensure that the space that you work in, that you are actively a part of, is truly inclusive for everybody, and that everybody is able to be sane.
And everybody has equal opportunities.
And everybody has equal opportunities too.
And I was going to say, while all this is happening, like, the women are doing what they need to do.
Yes.
You need to also make sure that the men too, they educate their fellow men.
So that's another thing, because my
men should educate each other.
So there was something that happened, I think this was last month, and it was irritating for me. And the only reason why I didn't escalate so much on Twitter was because the victim had not
come out to
say, it is not your story too. It's not my story,
it's not your
to
fight,
give. So unless the victim is willing to say this and this is what happened, then I can come out full force. Right? But a victim lays a complaint about harassment, right? And I'm fuming. I'm upset. I've never heard of this before. I'm like, what's going on? Now I'm talking to a couple of friends of mine, they're like, oh man, that's what they do. And I'm like, okay, so why is this person
Still
in
here.
this position? Why is this person
So like it's something everybody knows.
But
No
then
one
like
that
this
this
person
person
blind
does.
eye to it.
It's crazy.
Top
So you see,
artists,
we need to hold the men accountable too.
And if this person is your guy, you're not holding him accountable to what he's doing.
that's what they do.
That's what they do. Oh no, he has the protection of this one. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous bullshit.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? But the problem is when things like this come up, when rape incidents comes up, I don't think, there are women that will come up and lay accusations at celebrities and say, oh, this person touched me and all of those things. But as women, 3 of us are women, think about it, right? You sit down in your house, of all the ways to make money every single time,
by accusing
somebody of rape. And getting in a society like this where when you accuse somebody, you get a lot more stigma.
Exactly. Chances they believe is very slim.
Than you actually get whatever. It's not the states where you accuse somebody, you go to court, you get reparations, you get. It's not Yankee, because when people are saying certain things, I'm like, yeah, people can be like this, but also
this is Nigeria.
This is very ridiculous. This is Nigeria. I can't tell you how many female artists I've met that cannot record in certain studios. They cannot hustle like the independent guys and say, okay, let me go and record without being harassed.
Yeah.
I can't,
and a lot of these men, they feel like they have rights to women's bodies.
Yes.
Oh. Look at Sam. Sam's literally had to start wearing baggy. She said she had to wear baggy clothes just so that she'll be able to enter certain studios to make music.
Yes.
I mean, even like random men in the market.
My type, my color.
And you ask them, why are you touching me like, waiting there your body?
Talking
about men who are in positions, like, just think, I think it's a crazy word for women.
And the problem is, in that market that you are in now, my type, my color, waiting there your body. There's a woman sitting down, smiling, laughing, and selling her things. And not speaking up.
Now just touch, now waiting there.
You know the craziest part of it all, why I feel like these people know what they're doing, is that man who is doing that to you, if he sees another man do it to his sister, he won't take it lightly with the other person. So it's like you're fully aware of what you're doing. So how come your own is the prize, is the egg you take care of, and then the other woman outside, she's just a woman that you have the right to her body?
It's crazy.
It's a crazy word.
So some men, I've sat and I tell people I represent, people I work with all the time, I say, please, especially ladies, please try your best to avoid becoming a beer parlor conversation. It is very important that you try your best to avoid being a beer parlor conversation, because once you become a beer parlor conversation, people never investigate whether it's true or
they
not.
Just pick what they hear
or not.
Yeah.
They pick what they hear. And with men, when you say, it's a thing of honor. So,
and I feel like men are even bigger gossip, because like one person will say it, and then from one person
will pick it,
and it keeps
that's
going.
How it keeps going. So now the men will not investigate, right? They'll carry the gist and it will be spreading.
Yeah.
And that's how your reputation.
Where you hear, and my guy tell me, my guy.
The crazy thing is, it doesn't even have to be true.
Yeah, a lot of times. The sadder
he just
part,
needs to hear from his guy.
Do you know the sadder part is that when women now hear it, instead of trying to now investigate, like, is this true or not, you now believe it. And then women to now start spreading it. The truth is, for misogyny to end, it can't even end. For misogyny to reduce, us women have to have each other's backs.
It's
unfortunately we have to.
It's important,
we
because
have to.
Now you're having conversation on how many new artists are females that are actually making it. The truth is, the system is rigged against women. First of all, as a female artist, it's the truth.
Do you think so? Do you think? How so?
I feel like because like women have to work twice
as hard
as men.
Yes, and it's not just twice as hard as men in terms of vocals, your body, your outfits, right? A guy can afford to get a stylist, rock leather jackets, jeans, sneakers, and you are good.
Easy.
You as a lady can't buy body hug unless you go and do your body first. Right?
Yeah.
Even if you like body hug as a female artist, you can't really, let me just wear body hug, and then your manager be, hey, are you mad?
See your belly.
If you don't get out of my sight.
Yeah.
So the pressure is more on women. right? And then,
But some people would argue, though, that while all of this is valid, there's also the part where, this is me playing devil's advocate, please. There's also the part where it's about the music, that sometimes the women are not producing music that the regular Nigerian market wants to hear.
That's
not true.
That's cap.
And that's why that's not, let me tell you why that's not true. Ira Star, listen to her first album. Did her first album, if you were judging by what Nigerians wanted to hear, right, that first album was different.
19 and Dangerous, yeah? Yes. Or you mean the EP now?
The EP, sorry.
The EP
The
that
Arasta
introduced her.
19 and Dangerous was different, in my own opinion.
Yeah.
And people took it, right? Because, again, it's not a woman thing that, oh, you're not creating enough music. Look at the guys. What are they creating? I'm sorry.
But I guess the lamba is what the Nigerian audience wants to hear.
And that's okay.
No, and that's not true. Like, I'm sorry. Every time we keep doing this thing where we try to make Nigerian
The
audience
standard for women is
feel
just
like
way higher.
it's not just even way higher. There's a thing of, oh, Nigerian audience are dumb. And the only thing that they like is lamba and commercial music. What is commercial music? Right. Let's talk
music
about
that
it.
brings the money.
Right. Let's talk about it. What is commercial music? How was MI able to still make a statement with his album, with all the context that was in his album, with the stories, and people can
So I
still
think
see
it has changed over time. The kind of music, should I say kind or quality? Let's say quality. The quality of music we used to listen to back then, and I mean like 10, 15 years ago,
And what
it has changed though.
Yeah.
Yes.
10, 15 years ago, somebody like Portable cannot blow.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So
10, 15 years ago, who else are we having? Anyway, let me leave it there.
So we are driving at.
Portable, we're not dragging you.
We're
We're not
just
saying you're not
saying-
talented. Oh.
We're driving a car in the same direction. Where are we headed now? With the quality of music, right? We had more classic songs.
Yes, unlike
5 years
now.
ago,
Yeah.
unlike now, what position is responsible for ensuring that the quality of music is as standard as it needs
As
to
it
be?
needs to be.
A&R, right? Is that a woman problem?
No.
It's a general industry problem.
Yeah.
We have an A&R problem on our hands that we have refused to wake up and admit and embrace.
Ooh.
That's the truth.
With all the NR we see on people's bio on Twitter.
See, I blame Empire, that series Empire. After they publicized that A&R, everybody became an A&R. Everybody, it was a general thing. But the truth is,
Lucia, see what you have done.
but the truth of the matter is this, right? How many proper A&R executives do we have that are actually curating musical experiences in body of works? Because we have more of mixtapes than albums.
Yeah.
But
maybe that is happening because of the short attention span that people have
Like,
when
I
it
feel
comes
like
to listening to long
the
projects.
music, the way of consuming music has
Changed.
But the thing about it is this. I feel like, this is my own personal opinion.
Her opinion. Just in
please,
case you want to drag her.
before you
her.
drag me, please. I just got here.
I
just arrived.
I just got here. But my opinion is this, right? There's an audience for everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There is an audience for everything. There's an audience for stories. There's an audience for music, depending on the kind of music.
There's an
that you
audience
want
for
to do.
lamba.
There's an audience for lamba, Portable and Co.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make their music less valid than any other artist.
True.
They appeal to a
A certain
particular
audience.
The problem now is most artists are not able to customize their definition of blow.
Okay.
That's another thing.
Everyone
Yes.
wants to go mainstream.
So most artists have not customized their definition of blow. What is your definition of blow?
Mainstream success. Then they sing my song for Yankee, for Lekki, for Gbomosho.
Who they sing your song for, Yankee?
They.
Exactly.
Them, they sing my song.
Do you get my point?
Yeah.
With Erasta's success, right? It's mainstream, but you also know who she appeals to.
It's not
Yes.
for everybody.
To the T.
Yeah. Yeah.
You also know who she appeals to the T. With Rema's success, It's mainstream.
Yeah.
But when he started out, you also know
Who he was singing.
he was appealing
So
to.
basically, you're able to identify the audience.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is when you identify your audience, you're able to craft a sound that resonates with them.
Yeah.
Show Them Camp, one of my favorite artists in the world.
Yeah. They're not for everybody.
No,
Like,
they are not for everybody.
do you understand?
But they are
I am
very successful.
Very successful.
Yes.
I am obsessed with Show Them Camp. I know all their albums by heart. They come out with a show, I'm going to buy tickets. And early birds are sold out in like 24 hours or 48 hours, right? Their concert, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people. Not everybody knows their songs, but, they've
have
been
their
able
audience.
to understand who their audience is, and they roll with it.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying that this is the issue that the artists or the industry has right now. Like,
Yes.
everyone is trying to sell to everyone.
Yeah.
You're not identifying
You're not
your
identifying
niche.
your niche,
Yes.
your audience.
And
yeah.
there's a lack of self-awareness with the artists that are coming up.
That's another thing.
There's a lack of self-awareness. So,
But everyone wants to be Davido and Wizkid because we know that we've
But
seen some
everybody
artists
cannot be Davido and Whiskey.
But
That's the
truly,
thing.
but I think that's the success standard because you want to be that artist who you can go to any corner of the country and you know that you have your fans in mass.
I think
so
it's
this
delusion.
is something
True.
This is something I tell even the artists that I work with. That you are popular doesn't mean that people have a genuine relationship with you.
With you, yeah.
That you are seen on the blogs 10 times a week, and that you are seen via ads, right?
Shout out to Big
Banju.
Banju. Your girlfriend is coming. I had to listen to that. I didn't even tweet that rubbish she did.
So,
Next Friday.
My God.
so that you are popular. Between three of us here, can we sing a Big Banju song?
Eh.
I don't even know what he looks like. I don't even
Exactly.
know what any of his songs sounds like.
That last one, I actually went to go and listen to. It wasn't bad though.
But the problem is, people mistake fame, right, for actual results. What you want to do as an artist is, first of all, why are you an artist? The reason why you are singing is to express something, is to tell a story,
Yeah.
right? That's why you're an artist. And you tell a story based on where you are at, what you've experienced. Or if you don't want to tap into your personal emotions, you are able to tap into that of your environment.
Yeah.
That is why you're an artist. So you tell a story. There are people in that environment that will resonate with this story.
True.
And that's how you start building a fan base. And then those people will become evangelists of your music and drag two other people.
Yeah.
One person drag three. One person. I know how many people I've spoken to about Show Them Camp. So
Aw.
guys, I'm waiting for my free tickets. My VIP.
Not
Like,
you.
My trip, please.
Tech,
Please.
Tech, if you're watching.
Check. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Please.
Please don't answer her. She has money to buy your tickets.
I
She
used to
has
have
money to buy table.
I used to have a crush on Ghost, but I moved on from it.
Ah!
I'm waiting for
Head wizard. Did you hear that?
you broke my heart, so let's just leave it at that.
Wow.
But literally, I know how many people I've spoken to about these
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I know how many people are, when Rema drops his last album, I'm such a huge Rema fan. I'm like, yo,
Us too.
he is, he is, right? So you build a core fan base, and those fan base, they introduce your songs to
Other
fan
people,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like Lona. Lona came out of it felt like he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But he had a story to tell.
And he's telling that story.
He's telling that
To
story
the people.
to the people that resonate with that
Yes,
story.
and those ones are amplifying.
So I was at a cinema.
I think Lonas are like a huge movement.
Yes,
huge movement.
yes.
So I was at a cinema recently, and I was watching with a couple of guys, like tech guys and all of those things. We just went to have, fun. Guys, I don't have money like that. Don't sing. But we just went to have fun, right? I went to watch a movie, and they were playing a number of songs, and I was just watching everybody's reaction, because it's my business. Let's watch. And then Lona's song comes on. Now, my tech guys are on their phones. Not a lot of them are paying attention. There's one person that knows Lona's song, but not. Then the cleaners, the guys serving popcorn, the guys, like the hustlers,
They
in
were
the mall,
singing along.
They were singing the song word for word. Word for word. There was a particular guy that was serving popcorn, and if Lona had seen him,
Oh.
because he could relate with
So what
the
Lona
story.
was saying, yeah.
But the problem we have here is we want to bypass that process of identifying what you stand for,
Yeah.
and just enter studio. Davido, this sound is nice, let's go.
Let's jump on it.
So the problem now with A&R, now you see that a producer is buzzing. The producer might not necessarily be a good fit for your artist too. But
just because
this producer is buzzing,
let's record with him.
Right? Let's record with him. He's buzzing now. I just worked with Davido. At the end of the day, rubbish.
But like the producer gets paid though.
You know, yeah, good to him, but the artist is gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there is also a very huge lack of look at our New Music Friday. It's nonsense that is in that place.
We only have like 1 in 3 months. Like there's always just one Friday in 3 months that we have like solid songs, and then the other ones are just managing and fishing for 2 or 3 that we can manage.
Do you understand? So let's first of all, a lot of people in music, I think some people, their destiny is to be a carpenter, a tailor.
This word carpenter triggers us on this podcast.
We're actually carpenters.
You're actually carpenters.
On this podcast,
just
yeah.
Didn't come with our tools.
Yes.
But you need more people in your industry.
In the words of...
She said in our industry.
You need more people in your industry. You need carpenters, tailor, wedding planner, party planner.
And this is not to say that these people are not good at their job.
It's just that they are cashing out doing what they're meant to do, not just making music.
So what it means that you need to figure out what you're supposed to be doing.
Because yes, you have voice, but maybe God just gave you voice to sing in choir
or in the bathroom.
Or in the bathroom,
like me.
And that's just and it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to make that Afrobeats bag. Like people are making $10 million in.
How many people are making that money though?
Yeah.
They feel like if one person can get it, why can't I be the next?
For how many people? If we check the percentage, how many artists are actually breaking even?
Yeah.
If we check the percentage of artists that are breaking even, they're not a lot. Except when you talk about the money conversation,
maybe music with a sprinkle of
of what, fraud.
Yeah, except if they are not based in this industry, and those that are not even based, like they are not, their focus is not to make money in this industry. You know, you can tell by the way they release music. They wake up one morning, they remember that they are artists, they drop. Then 2 years later, they are balling. But somehow this guy is flying.
Yeah.
This guy is on a jet.
There are some people coming to my mind now.
This guy is carrying bodies, you know. But the last song he dropped was 2 years ago. Papa, where is this money coming from?
Show us the way.
We know where it's coming from, but not from our mouth. They go take care. And before we go, because we're seeing that time is almost up, Olamide's album is out, guys. I like that you're smiling. What do you think?
I think it's cool. I like 99. I like.
Oh my God, I love 99.
It's actually my favorite song now.
I think Ashake's verse is the best.
Yes,
I think so too. You think so too?
Yes, I love 99. I love Lover. I think.
I like the sample.
Yeah,
Lover.
I'm on the fence with Duro, but we'll see.
I like Duro. Also, guys, I like Special. And the first time I heard Special, I thought Black Bones would be perfect on Special. Listen to Special again, guys. Listen to Special again, guys. Black Bones will be perfect on Special.
Talking about Black Bones, what do you think about the situation back and forth between him and Odumodu Black?
I think it's unnecessary. I think it's not a conversation that we should be having.
Why? I think it's exciting.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that we've had any conversation surrounding
hip-hop in a while. So I think it's exciting.
But so my thing with the hip-hop industry in Nigeria is we've been having conversations for so long, and the cultural impact is still where the cultural impact is.
This cultural impact word. Did you guys see the Declan Rice thingy? Do you think that Declan Rice has cultural impact? I went to ask ChatGPT what cultural impact is, and I'm happy that out of all the things ChatGPT listed, they kind of agree with me because I believe that Declan Rice has cultural impact, and I don't know why people don't think so. One of the points that ChatGPT brought out was global reach and representation. They said when music becomes a cultural ambassador, introducing a country or people to the world, then it has cultural impact. And truthfully, that's what Declan Rice had. Because until Odumodu did Declan Rice, we had not seen hip-hop and football merge together in Afrobeats.
Have we?
We've not seen. I can't think of any. I think the only one I could think of was when Olamide said something about, I think it was on
No,
a song
I
with
think
Fino.
we've seen football. Like that was the World Cup. Naira Marley is a goal. But I don't know if it was as huge as...
It wasn't as huge. Like, when you see Declan Rice, you're thinking Odumodu. Like, you're thinking the song.
Because I know
we've not had that in a while.
This last Champions League that I went for a few viewings with Shivas. For every time they played that song, everybody went
insane.
Crazy.
And that's not to take away from other songs
like
that have had cultural impact.
Everybody
though.
went crazy. So I'm not a huge hip hop head, and I'm also not like a huge football person. But like that reaction for someone who is not really, really big on those things, it was
a big deal.
A big deal.
So I'm not saying that, again, the reason why I say it's unnecessary, I'm not saying that the song doesn't have cultural impact.
No, it was a conversation on Twitter that it doesn't have cultural impact.
I think,
and it's a lie, it does.
It does. But this is my thing. When you're about to embark on a journey as a... I'm about to start sounding like my grandmother with Proverbs.
It's okay.
Okay, when you're about to embark on a journey as a newbie, before you enter road, you look left, look right. People are there that have gone and come back.
Yeah.
You ask them,
how this place be?
How this place be? Respectfully. This place nice. This place no good. Okay, let's go. I think that the way the conversation was had, right? Like, yes, you have black beef with black bones. It's as personal as it can possibly be. But don't wash away the fact that this person has not also contributed to this industry.
No, but I don't think he ever did that. I don't think he washed that away. I don't think he did. From
From
all the tweets that he made, I don't think he did. Instead, what he's just trying to say is that he's the one running the game now, but he's not invalidating every other thing that the Black Bones have done or people before him had done. Actually.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't see that because I'm not like my thing with the conversation is it's not a conversation I'll focus on, and the reason why I won't focus on it is especially because I'm on the back end of things and I see how much shit we're in as Africans, with music. I see how much money we're losing on the
because we're not there.
We're losing.
Yes,
we're losing more than we're profiting.
Yes, we're losing money. We're not making a lot of money from
as much as people think that we
as
are.
people think we're not making money, especially if you are going to focus on the African market.
But why is that though?
Because the purchasing power here is not as high as people
over there.
So is there no way we can make it work?
It's not just about purchasing power.
It's the economy now, or the economy infrastructure.
The economy, the government. There's a lot of things that's working against you. However, I think we're finally at a point where we can fix it if we focus on fixing it. Rather than have a conversation about who is big three and who is big four.
How do we fix it?
The people that have access to these fundings, that are actually making money and have become successful, what are you doing in the industry?
They are moving out of Nigeria and living abroad.
Exactly.
And insulting us on Instagram stories.
You are moving out of Nigeria, you're living abroad, you are partnering with different...
Insulting us. Say that part.
Yeah, insulting us.
On Instagram abroad. Stories.
Who is insulting people?
And
all of us, all of them. Oh.
And then after doing all of that, you want to now come and meet the same me that you've insulted, the same me that you have devalued, the same me that you don't rate, the same me that you have not contributed anything to how I'm going to move forward as an artist or as an executive. You now want to come and be shouting, oh, I'm more relevant than this person, and this person is more relevant than me.
Like, who cares?
Like, that's my own thing. Like, yeah, whatever conversation happens, and like when I see people joining this argument, I'm like, bro, we should be focusing on bigger things than this. We have issues where artists can't even claim rights from claim things from COSON. We have that.
Does COSON still exist?
Let's move on.
Oh, I never knew they still existed.
Let's move on. So there was a COSON problem. There's MCSN.
There's a lot of it.
So you have structural problems. You have a lot of artists that don't have access to funding, right? You have a lot of artists that don't have access to the basic knowledge of what it is to be in this music industry.
What's this thing I'm hearing about how people are taking advance from labels and that they are like it's going to take them years.
I think it's actually crazy for you to take advance.
They're saying that it's going to
from
take them
neighbors.
years and years to make the money back.
Yes,
and
no,
that a lot
because,
of
like,
artists are not going
A
to
lot of
make the
artists
money
have
back.
spent the money they spend the money on things that they shouldn't.
So the thing about it is, with advance, the reason why an advance is important is, it's supposed, for example, if you come to us as a label and you say, oh, we see you, you have potential, let's sign. You are living in Alagbado, right? You don't have any money in your account. If I call you to come and record for the next 1 year,
to look for Uber money.
you have to look for Uber money and all of those things. And this is in the context of a label artist situation. With distribution, you come, I have this body of work, amazing, fantastic, let's check it out. And you don't have money to market it, right? You don't have money to put it on radio, you don't have money to put it in different places. I say, okay, take this money, right? The artists that are focused will take the money and actually use it to do what they're
supposed to do. Yeah.
The artists that are greedy will take the money
And
and
blow it up
again,
like
because
Kellogg's.
of the flashy lifestyle that they think,
Afrobeats has.
so they go into debt.
This is what I've been seeing a lot of complaints from like music executives on how artists are squandering their advance.
Yes, so they go into debt. And when they go into debt, you know, it takes a while before you pay back. Now, label doesn't want to spend more on you, or distro doesn't want to give you more until we even recoup the one.
Of course,
that we've
no,
spent.
that's business.
That we spent.
Why would you
right?
put more money where
then
you're not
the artist
getting?
comes online and is like, oh, these people are not supporting my career. Da, 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 da. The artists are always the victims in these stories. The labels don't have any issues whatsoever. Yeah. And that's how the whole thing goes. So it's also, again, clarity, because some of these artists actually don't understand the concept of an advance beyond getting the money.
But in this case, ignorance is not an excuse. I'm sorry.
No, it's not an excuse, but I'm saying, like, it is still a very real problem. The fact that it's not an excuse doesn't mean that it is not a problem.
Yeah. So what then happens if in like 5 years the artist has not recouped and then the advance money is gone? Like, what then happens? Because I don't know, like, correct me, but I thought that advance is like the money they give you and eventually the
Make
label
back.
will be able to make it
Make it
back
back.
from you. So what then happens if they give you that advance and then in 5 years you can't even make up to 1/4 of the money they've given to
It
you?
depends on the contract that is negotiated.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends on the contract that is
So what are the
negotiated.
possible options that they are given?
That's why,
Maybe-
first of all, I think you even have to have a good lawyer before you get into this thing.
You see this thing, very important. Very important. A good lawyer, not just a good lawyer, have a basic understanding of the business you are in.
Yes.
A basic understanding of the business you are in. Because if you have a basic understanding, there's some advances that they give you will not collect.
Exactly.
There's some advances they will take this 100K, be like, whoop. No.
That's a lot of money, because, like, where do I start from?
Do you understand?
pay you back.
No. Let's start with this. That's why I say the problem with the Nigerian industry is, first of all, the artists, there's an outstanding lack of self-awareness with artists, right? And self-awareness, like when people say, oh, I'm self-aware, the people that say I'm self-aware are not. Self-awareness is not a destination. It's a continuous journey till you die.
Yeah.
Right? But it's being able to acknowledge where you are at as a person and be honest about it and
Honesty.
express that, right? So you don't have that, because with that you have people that say, spend 100 million on me, I'll make it back for you, bro.
How do you intend to?
Like, what if it doesn't work? But everybody goes in with the optimistic mindset that, one song can change it all I need is just that one song, my own countdown.
Because
on my
people
own
don't
essence.
research. All the people that you think one song blew have a history.
They didn't just come out from
They
nowhere.
did not just come out of even Davido. Before, back when Davido has been hustling before hustle.
Yeah, producing and everything.
He's been hustling. Wizkid was literally called a studio rat at some point. He was staying. Fireboy, same thing. Oxlade, even when I was working in the gospel industry, Oxlade had hustled so much that he came to start recording in a gospel studio.
Kai.
So they didn't just blow up one day. They've been working.
And you look at that and you're like, oh, just one song, just pump money. This industry is about money. I hate the fact that people water down the intelligence of Nigerians. I hate it. Because if somebody like Luna can blow, if somebody like Show Them Camp can be successful with the kind of music that they do, right?
Someone like Thames.
If somebody like Thames can be as successful as she is, it means that the audience knows what they actually want. You're the one that doesn't know what you want to offer them.
Yeah. Period.
That's it.
I wish we could continue this conversation, but our time is actually up. And we have to go. We actually have to go. You had fun hanging out with us, yeah?
Yes, I did.
You'll come back again if we ask you to. The fact is, you're going to be the first guest who's thinking about it.
So I will come back if they don't murder me on TikTok.
I just want to say that
They won't.
whatever
They won't.
opinion she has dished out is her opinion.
Leave her alone.
Don't miss that part when
Leave
you
her
want to
alone.
say,
Leave us alone.
Well, don't miss that part when you want to give your own opinion. No.
Before we wrap up, something just came up to my head now. Guys, am I the only one who's excited about the fact that Olamide and his wife have been a lot more out there? Like, I'm so happy about seeing pictures of them together. Is it just me? I think she's so beautiful and that it's fine that she's finally out there.
She is beautiful, but,
But
it's fine.
I don't think I think you're the only one on that.
Yeah,
because
because
Jeez, I'm so happy about it.
maybe because I'm a heavy
Private person.
I'm heavy on PDA. I'm heavy on.
They're not doing PDA. They're just putting your face
so
out there.
I'm just saying, like, personally, like, this is what I'm heavy on. Like, if you're my friend, I'm shouting about you in certain rooms. I'm ensuring that you get the respect you deserve.
Yeah.
Talk less of my partner, right? I don't disrespect. I'm, again, nothing to poke on how they've chosen to live their lives. There's a specific reason why they've chosen to be that way.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just not.
It's
like,
not wow.
I like
yeah,
it.
it's not like
Yeah.
No girl in the
announce it,
Olamide
not
brand
announce.
in a while. I
No,
like it. I really like it. Considering
What
that
do you
they've been
mean?
together for a
Do you know
while.
there's no girl in Olamide?
Like, I mean, compared to Davido, there's Chioma, Whiskey, there's Jada, Burna, we had Steph London.
But everybody knows.
Chloe.
Everybody.
I didn't know
everyone
her
knows
face until
Bukumi.
lately. I don't even know her name. You just said her name. I didn't even know her name. So, like, to me, it's like, oh, finally, like, I like this side of him. Like, the whole family guy, married guy. I like
it for him, but is it something that is?
It's still not wow.
That's
That's what
wow
I can
for
say.
me.
There's no
I'm
wow.
sorry.
Yeah, there's no wow moment.
Yeah,
She's
that's it.
beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I really like
She's
it.
pretty, but there's no, like, because me, I'm personally the kind of person that if
Keep
I
it
like
private.
you,
Yeah.
if you like me, I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
So it's just normal for you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
It's okay. Let's
Yeah.
go now. Thank you for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow PG Records. Where can they follow you guys?
On Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, any platform that you have, PG's there.
How about your own handle?
Do
You don't want that. You don't want them to follow you?
So yeah, like, follow me, but no insults, please. Like, again, Olamide, I love you. Just in case I did not say anything.
Oh my, you
I
didn't
just
say anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, there's no wow factor, just in case people judge me.
She's so scared.
I mean, it is what it is. There's no wow factor there.
There's no
For
wow
me, there
factor
is
there.
though.
They're just two
Cute
people
Made
doing
it
their
together
thing.
from the hood. I just like the
more I
story.
think about it, the more maybe I would adopt that template. I get married, I'll not post picture of ring, and that's the only thing I can just
No, I don't want that. I beg, I don't want that. You will see my partner, but they will just not be like, will not be everywhere together, but you will see my partner.
Okay, but yes, Echo Margaret on Instagram, Margaret only on Twitter. Yes, don't insult me.
Then we'll not insult you. We're at a Town Hall Different Pod on on Twitter,
social media
TikTok,
platforms,
and
I
yes,
mean-
basically all social media platforms.
Yes.
And we shall see you again next week.
And don't forget to catch us on Pop Central.
We shall see you next week. Bye.
Bye.